The small survey ship cut through the darkness of space. Commander Lisa Warren stood on the bridge of the Earth Alliance vessel horizon, her eyes fixed on the blue-green planet growing larger on the main screen. "Taraxis 4, said Lisa. "It's even more beautiful up close." Her science officer, Daniel Green, nodded as he studied the readings on his screen. The scans show rich mineral deposits, exactly what Earth needs right now. Lisa smiled. After months of searching, they had found a planet that might help solve Earth's resource crisis. But there was something else that caught her attention. "What's that energy reading from the northern region?" she asked, pointing to a blinking spot on the scan. Daniel frowned. "Unknown. It's not natural. The pattern suggests it might be artificial." Lisa made her decision quickly. "Prepare a landing team. You and me, plus Jason Clark for security." 2 hours later, their small shuttle touched down on the surface of Taraxis IV. The air was breathable, but thin. Mountains rose in the distance, their peaks covered in something that looked like snow, but glowed with a faint purple light. "The energy source is coming from those mountains," said Daniel, checking his handheld scanner. "About 3 miles from here." They walked for nearly 2 hours. Jason stayed alert, his hand never far from his weapon. The landscape was strange, but peaceful. No signs of animals or people. "We're close," Daniel said finally. "Just over this ridge." They climbed to the top and looked down. Below them was what looked like the entrance to a cave, but too perfect to be natural. The opening was a perfect arch, with symbols carved into the stone around it. "This is definitely artificial," Lisa said, excitement in her voice. "Some kind of structure built into the mountain." Jason frowned. "Meaning someone else has been here before us." "Or still is," Daniel added. They approached carefully. The entrance led to a tunnel that sloped downward into the mountain. The walls were smooth, made of a material that seemed to glow softly from within. "These markings," Daniel said, running his hand over symbols etched into the wall. "They don't match any known language in our database." Lisa took a step forward, and the floor beneath her lit up. More lights appeared along the walls, creating a path deeper into the tunnel. "It's responding to our presence," she said. "Some kind of automatic system." They followed the lights, moving deeper into the mountain. The tunnel opened into a large chamber filled with what looked like technology, but unlike anything they had seen before. Tall columns rose from floor to ceiling, covered in the same strange symbols. In the center of the room was a raised platform with a control panel. "This is incredible," Daniel whispered. "This technology must be thousands of years old, but it still has power." Lisa approached the control panel carefully. The surface was smooth, with no obvious buttons or controls. When she got close, it lit up with more symbols. "I think it's—" Before she could finish, the ground shook violently. Dust and small rocks fell from the ceiling. "Earthquake?" Jason asked, drawing his weapon. Daniel shook his head, checking his scanner. "No, the system is activating. I think we triggered something." The shaking grew worse. A large crack appeared in the ceiling, and chunks of rock began to fall. "We need to get out of here," Lisa shouted. They ran for the exit, but a massive section of the ceiling collapsed between Lisa and the others. She was cut off. "Commander!" Jason's voice came from the other side of the rock pile. "Are you hurt?" "I'm fine," Lisa called back. "But I can't get through." "We'll get help," Daniel shouted. "The shuttle has equipment that can clear this." "Go," Lisa ordered. "I'll look for another way out." After their voices faded, Lisa turned and looked at the chamber. Most of it was still intact. The control panel glowed brighter now, pulsing with light. Her oxygen meter showed 4 hours of air left. Plenty of time for Daniel and Jason to return with help. But standing still wouldn't do any good. She decided to explore, hoping to find another exit. Beyond the main chamber, she found a corridor leading deeper into the mountain. The walls here were covered with images that looked like star maps. She recognized some of the patterns. This was their galaxy, but the maps showed regions humans hadn't explored yet. The corridor ended at a sealed door. As Lisa approached, symbols on the door lit up, and it slid open silently. Inside was a smaller room dominated by what looked like a large glass case. The case was frosted over, but Lisa could see something inside, a shape that looked vaguely humanoid. A stasis chamber, she realized aloud. As she got closer, the control panel on the side of the chamber activated. The room shook again, aftershocks from the earlier collapse. The shaking caused something to break in the stasis chamber. Lisa heard a hissing sound as gas escaped. The frost on the glass cleared, revealing what was inside. Lisa gasped and stepped back. It wasn't human. The being inside had blue-gray skin that seemed to shimmer with an inner light. Its head was elongated, with no visible hair. Instead of 2 eyes, it had 4 too large ones where human eyes would be, and 2 smaller ones above them. Its limbs were long and thin, with too many joints. As Lisa watched, the being's eyes opened. All 4 at once. They were solid white, with no visible pupils. The glass case cracked, then shattered. The being sat up slowly, moving in a way that seemed both graceful and wrong. Its gaze fixed on Lisa. Lisa's hand went to her weapon, but she didn't draw it. The being made no threatening moves. It simply watched her with those strange eyes. Then it spoke, not with sound, but somehow directly in Lisa's mind. Who awakens Nexera? The voice was female, confused, and very old. Lisa's training took over. I am Commander Lisa Warren of the Earth Alliance vessel Horizon. We We didn't mean to wake you. The being Nexera tilted her head. Earth. Not known to me. She tried to stand, but stumbled. She had been in stasis for a very long time. Lisa's oxygen meter beeped. The reading had dropped suddenly. There must be a leak in her suit. Instead of 4 hours, she now had less than 1. Nexera noticed her concern. You need help. I need to get back to the surface, Lisa explained. My air is running out. Nexera studied her for a moment, then pointed to the wall. There is another way, Lisa hesitated. She knew nothing about this being, but her options were limited. Air oxygen was dropping fast. Can you show me? Nexera nodded and moved toward a section of wall that looked no different from the rest. She placed her hand against it, and a hidden door slid open. They traveled through narrow passages, climbing steadily upward. Nexera moved with increasing confidence as she awoke fully from stasis. Several times they reached junctions, and each time Nexera chose a path without hesitation. Lisa's oxygen alarm began to sound. 10 minutes left. Close, Nexera said in Lisa's mind. Almost there. They turned one final corner, and Lisa saw daylight ahead. They emerged from the mountain a mile from where Lisa had entered. Lisa took a deep breath as her suit automatically switched to external air. She was safe. She turned to thank Nexera, but stopped when she saw the alien in full daylight. Her strange features were even more unsettling in the natural light. Yet she had saved Lisa's life. In the distance, Lisa heard the sound of the shuttle returning. Soon Daniel and Jason would find them. Lisa wondered what they would think of Nexera. She knew most humans would fear such a strange being, but Lisa saw something different. She saw the intelligence in those 4 white eyes. She saw the being who had helped her instead of harming her. Thank you, Lisa said. Nexera tilted her head again, a gesture Lisa was beginning to recognize. You are not afraid? I was, Lisa admitted. But you saved my life. That means more than how you look. For the first time, Nexera's expression changed into something Lisa couldn't interpret. but somehow she knew it was a smile. The shuttle landed 30 feet away, kicking up dust. Lisa saw Daniel and Jason's faces through the front window. Their expressions changed from relief to shock when they spotted Nexera standing beside her. Jason was the first one out, his weapon drawn. "Commander, get away from it." "Stand down," Lisa ordered, stepping between Jason and Nexera. "She helped me. She's not a threat." Daniel emerged from the shuttle more cautiously. His eyes were wide as he studied Nexera. "What is she?" "Her name is Nexera," Lisa said. "She was in some kind of stasis chamber in the structure. The cave-in damaged it and woke her up." Jason kept his weapon ready. "We need to report this immediately. Captain Russell needs to know we've made first contact." Lisa nodded. "We will. But we're bringing her with us." Both men looked at her in surprise. "Commander," Jason said slowly, "we have protocols for this. Unknown alien life forms aren't allowed on Earth ships without proper containment." "She saved my life," Lisa insisted. "I was running out of oxygen, and she showed me a way out. We're not going to treat her like a prisoner." In the end, they compromised. Nexera would come aboard the Horizon, but would stay in a secure observation room until Captain Russell decided what to do. Back on the ship, news of their visitor spread quickly. Crew members found excuses to walk past the observation room, trying to catch a glimpse of Nexera. Most reacted with fear or disgust. A few were simply curious. Captain Eric Russell was not pleased. "You should have consulted me before bringing an unknown alien aboard," he told Lisa in his office. "There wasn't time, sir," Lisa explained, "and I couldn't leave her there." She had just woken up after who knows how long in stasis. The captain sighed. "What do we know about her?" "Not much yet. She can communicate telepathically, but it's limited. I think she's still recovering from stasis." "Telepathically?" The captain frowned. "That's concerning. Could she be reading our thoughts? Influencing us?" Lisa shook her head. "I don't think so. It seems more like basic communication. Science Officer Green wants to run tests on her. Security Chief Clark thinks she should be sedated until we reach Earth. Sir, with all due respect, she's a sentient being. We can't treat her like a lab specimen or a threat without cause." Captain Russell studied Lisa's face. "You seem very protective of this alien, Commander. Is there something else I should know?" "Just that she had multiple opportunities to harm me and didn't. Instead, she helped me." "Very well. She stays in the observation room. I've sent a message to Earth Alliance Command. Until we receive instructions, we maintain the status quo." He paused. "You may continue to interact with her. Try to learn more about who and what she is." Lisa visited Nexera that evening. The observation room was comfortable enough, with basic furniture adapted to Nexera's taller frame. One wall was transparent, allowing the crew to monitor her. Nexera stood by the window, looking at the stars. She turned as Lisa entered. "Your people fear Nexera," she said in Lisa's mind. "They fear what they don't understand," Lisa replied. "It's a common reaction for humans." "But not for you?" Lisa smiled. "I was afraid at first, but you helped me when you didn't have to." She had brought a tablet with translation software. Though Nexera could project simple thoughts, more complex communication was difficult. "Let's try this," Lisa said, showing her how to use the tablet. "It might help us talk better." Over the next few days, Lisa learned more about Nexera and her people, the Vexeri. They had been an advanced civilization thousands of years ago, exploring the stars when humans were still living in caves. "Why were you in stasis?" Lisa asked during one visit. Nexera's 4 eyes looked sad. "My people ... gone. Killed by Krell. Bad ones. They hunt us." "Say we dangerous." "Not true." "The Krell? Who are they?" "Enemy. They spread lies, say Vexury control minds, make others slaves. Nexra's thin fingers tapped on the tablet. Vexury peaceful. We feel emotions. Help others. Krell want our technology. When we refuse, they destroy. Lisa frowned. So you hid? Last ones hid knowledge. Important things I guard one piece. Others guard others. Must keep safe from Krell. Before Lisa could ask more, an alarm sounded throughout the ship. She checked her communicator. There was an emergency in engineering. When she arrived at engineering, chaos greeted her. An energy coupling had exploded, injuring 3 crew members. The worst was Ben Foster, a young technician with severe burns on his arms and chest. Medical is on the way, someone shouted. But it doesn't look good. Lisa knelt beside Ben. He was conscious, but in terrible pain. His burns were worse than anything she had seen before. A strange feeling made her turn. Nexra stood in the doorway, having somehow left the observation room. Security personnel moved to restrain her. Wait, Lisa ordered. Let her through. Nexra approached Ben slowly. The room fell silent as everyone watched. She knelt beside him and placed her long, thin hands over his burned chest, not quite touching him. A soft blue glow appeared between her hands and Ben's wounds. The technician gasped and relaxed as the pain visibly left his face. When Nexra removed her hands a minute later, the burns had faded to pink, new skin. How did you do that? Lisa asked in amazement. Vexury heal, Nexra said simply. Feel pain, take away. Security escorted Nexra back to the observation room while medical personnel examined Ben. The doctor confirmed that his burns were healing at an impossible rate. The news spread quickly through the ship. But instead of gratitude, fear grew. Crew members whispered that Nexra had used mind control to escape her room. Others suggested she had somehow caused the accident in the first place. She's dangerous, Jason insisted during a meeting with the captain. We don't know what else she can do. She got out of a locked room to help an injured crew member, Lisa argued. She saved Ben's life. Daniel looked troubled. What if she's influencing you, Lisa? The way you defend her? It's not like you to be so emotional about a mission. Lisa stared at him in disbelief. Is it so hard to believe I might simply recognize that she's not a threat? Captain Russell raised a hand. To stop the argument. We've received orders from Earth Alliance Command. We're to proceed to Research Station 12. They want to study Nexra there? Lisa felt sick. Research Station 12 was where they sent potentially dangerous alien specimens. For how long? The captain wouldn't meet her eyes. Indefinitely. Later, Lisa visited Nexra again. The alien seemed weaker than before, slumped in a corner of the room. What's wrong? Lisa asked. Are you sick? Vexury feel emotions of others. Need good feelings to live. So much fear hurts Nexra. She looked up with all 4 eyes. Lisa different. Lisa sees me. Lisa sat beside her. I'm sorry about how they're treating you. I'm trying to change their minds. Not your fault. Humans like Krell. Fear what? Is different. Not all of us, Lisa said firmly. And I won't give up. As she left the observation room, Lisa made a decision. She would not let Nexra be locked away and studied like a specimen. Somehow, she would find a way to help her. Because Nexra was right. Lisa did see her. Not as an alien threat, but as a person who deserved better than fear and isolation. Lisa knew she couldn't help Nexra alone. She needed allies. The next morning, she sought out Medical Officer Olivia Martinez, who had examined Ben after Nexra healed him. The burns should have taken weeks to heal, Olivia said as they sat in her office. Nexra did it in minutes. I've never seen anything like it. Do you think she's dangerous? Lisa asked. Olivia considered this. As a doctor, I see her abilities as a gift. But I understand why others are afraid. I need your help, Lisa admitted. Earth Alliance wants to lock her away for study. That's not right. Olivia nodded slowly. I agree. What can I do? Help me learn more about the Vexery. There must be some record of them in our databases. They were joined by Communications Officer Adam Reeves, who had shown interest in Nexra's telepathic abilities. The three spent hours searching through old star charts and alien species records. Here's something, Adam said finally. It's just a footnote in an ancient trading record. It mentions the Vexery as peaceful traders who could sense the hearts of others. That matches what Nexra told me, Lisa said. Anything about the Krell? Olivia pulled up another file. This report from 200 years ago mentions a hostile species called the Krell. They were thought to be extinct after a war with another race. Not extinct, Lisa murmured. Just hiding like Nexra's people. Their research was interrupted by an urgent message. The Horizon had received a distress call from a mining colony on a nearby moon. They were changing course to respond. They're reporting a strange illness, Captain Russell told his officers. Symptoms include high fever, skin discoloration, and neurological effects. Dr. Martinez, prepare your team. When they reached the colony, they found over 50 miners sick. The medical team worked tirelessly, but the illness was unlike anything they had seen before. We can treat the symptoms, but we can't stop the progression, Olivia reported. Without knowing what we're dealing with, these people will die in days. Lisa had an idea. She went to Nexra's room. There's a sickness at a nearby colony. People are dying. Would you know anything about it? Nexra asked to see the medical data. As she studied the symptoms on Lisa's tablet, all four of her eyes widened. Krell weapon, she said. Biological. They use it to clear planets they want. Lisa felt cold. You're saying this is an attack? Yes. Krell here, in this space. Nexra looked frightened. They must know I awake. Can you help these people? Nexra hesitated. Can try. Need to see sick ones. Lisa went to Captain Russell. It took all her persuasive skills, but finally he agreed to let Nexra visit the colony. Under guard at the colony, people drew back in fear as Nexra entered the medical facility. But the sick were too ill to care about her strange appearance. Nexra examined several patients, then explained through Lisa's tablet. Krell poison attacks. Nervous system. I can slow it. Give time for cure. She demonstrated on one patient, placing her hands on his head. The blue glow appeared again, and his tremors stopped. I can't cure all, she told them. Too many. But can show how poison works. With Nexra's insights, Olivia was able to develop a treatment. It wasn't perfect, but it would keep the colonists alive until proper medicine could arrive from Earth. As they prepared to leave the colony, the captain pulled Lisa aside. Your alien friend was helpful today, but my orders haven't changed. We're still taking her to Research Station 12. Lisa nodded, hiding her disappointment. At least they had bought some time. Back on the horizon, Lisa visited Nexra again. The alien looked stronger after helping at the colony. Thank you for what you did today, Lisa said. Helped both. Helping heals Vexery too. Nexra tilted her head. Lisa, not like other humans. Why help Nexra? Lisa thought about it. Because it's right. And because I believe we're stronger together and afraid of each other. Their conversation was cut short by a violent shaking of the ship. Red alert sirens blared. All hands to battle stations. The captain's voice came over the speakers. We are under attack by an unknown vessel. Lisa ran to the bridge. On the main screen, a black ship like none she had ever seen was firing on them. The Horizon's shields were failing fast. Who are they? Lisa asked. Have they responded to hails? No, the captain said grimly. And our weapons aren't even scratching their hull. Another hit rocked the ship. Several control panels exploded in showers of sparks. "Engines down," reported the pilot. "We're dead in space." "They're launching boarding craft," Jason warned. "Security teams to all airlocks." Lisa felt a familiar presence in her mind. Nexera. "Krell ships," came the telepathic message. "They come?" "For me. We'll kill all on ship." Lisa ran back to Nexera's room. The guards were gone, called away to defend against boarders. "How do we fight them?" Lisa asked. "Krell armor blocks your weapons." "But weak spots here." Nexera pointed to locations on Lisa's tablet. "And Krell fear bright light. Eyes sensitive." Lisa activated her communicator. "All security teams, target joint sections on enemy armor. And use maximum brightness on all light." "Sources." Nexera grabbed Lisa's arm. "Not enough. Need ship systems." Lisa hesitated only a moment before making her decision. She used her command codes to release the lock on Nexera's room. "Come with me." They ran to engineering, dodging fights between crew members and Krell boarders. The aliens were tall and insect-like, with black armor and weapons that fired green energy dot in engineering. Adam was trying to restore power. "The main systems are locked out," he told Lisa. "We can't even self-destruct. Nexera can help," Lisa said. "She knows Krell technology." Adam looked doubtful, but moved aside. Nexera placed her hands on the control panel, and the strange blue glow appeared again. "Krell ship linked to your systems," she explained. "Can use connection to send back energy pulse. Will disable their weapons." It was their only chance. Lisa nodded. "Do it." Nexera closed all four eyes in concentration. The lights in engineering flickered, then went out completely. For 10 long seconds, they stood in darkness. Then the lights came back on. On the monitors, they could see the Krell ship drifting, its lights dark. "It worked," Adam said in amazement. The ship's communicator crackled. "This is Captain Russell. The enemy boarders are retreating. All departments report status." When the crisis was over, Lisa brought Nexera to the bridge. The captain was not happy to see her free, but he listened as Lisa explained how Nexera had helped save the ship. "If the Krell are hunting her, they'll be hunting us now too," Lisa pointed out. "We need her knowledge to survive." The captain looked tired. "I'll inform Earth Alliance Command of these developments. In the meantime, ... He looked at Nexera. "Thank you for your help. It wasn't acceptance, not yet, but it was a start." As they left the bridge, Lisa noticed several crew members nodding respectfully to Nexera. Fear was slowly being replaced by something else: hope that this strange alien might be an ally, not an enemy. And for Lisa, that was enough for now. One step at a time, she would show them all what she had seen from the beginning. That sometimes those we fear the most are the ones we need the most. The Horizon limped to Outpost 47 for repairs. The small space station orbited a gas giant in a remote star system. It wasn't much, but it was the nearest safe harbor after the Krell attack. Captain Russell had made a decision. Nexera was no longer confined to the observation room. She now had limited access to the ship, always with Lisa or another officer accompanying her. "We still don't fully trust her," the captain told Lisa privately. "But she saved the ship. She's earned some freedom." At Outpost 47, the crew began repairs while Lisa and Nexera explored the station. Few humans had seen aliens like Nexera before. People stared, some with fear, others with curiosity. "Does it bother you?" Lisa asked as they walked through the market area. "The way people look at you?" "Used to it," Nexera replied. Her spoken English was improving, though she still used telepathy for complex ideas. "My people always caused this reaction." They stopped at a small research center on the station. It was run by Dr. Samantha Powell, an expert on ancient alien civilizations. A vexery, Dr. Powell whispered when she saw Nexera. Her eyes were wide. With excitement, not fear. I never thought I'd see one in person. You know about the vexery? Lisa asked, in surprise. Dr. Powell nodded eagerly. I've studied fragments of records about them for years. Most people think they're just legends. She turned to Nexera. May I ask you some questions? For the next few hours, Dr. Powell and Nexera talked while Lisa listened. The doctor confirmed much of what Nexera had told Lisa about her people's history. But there was more. The vexery weren't just victims, Dr. Powell explained. They were guardians. Guardians of what? Lisa asked. Dr. Powell looked at Nexera. Should I tell her? Nexera nodded slowly. Lisa, friend, should know truth. The vexery protected ancient technology, Dr. Powell said. Technology that could change reality itself, open doorways between worlds, create or destroy energy, bend the fabric of space. Lisa looked at Nexera in shock. Is this true? Yes. My stasis chamber, not just for sleep, protected key piece. One of many hidden across stars. The Krell wanted this technology, Dr. Powell continued. When they couldn't take it by force, they spread lies about the vexery, called them mind controllers, dangerous, turned other species against them. Nexera's 4 eyes looked sad. Krell hunted us. Few survived. Those who did hide with pieces of great key. What does this key do? Lisa asked. When all pieces together can open or close the great door. And what's behind this door? Nexera and Dr. Powell exchanged glances. Power, Nexera said simply. Power to create or destroy galaxies. Lisa felt cold. No wonder the Krell had hunted the vexery to near extinction. And now they were hunting Nexera, and by extension. The horizon. Their conversation was interrupted by a message from Captain Russell. Commander Warren, report to the docking bay immediately. Earth Alliance ships have arrived. When Lisa arrived at the docking bay, she found 3 Alliance officers waiting with the captain. Their leader was Admiral William Peterson, a stern man with cold eyes. Commander Warren, he said with a nod. Where is the alien? Her name is Nexera, Lisa corrected. She's at the research center with Dr. Powell. Retrieve her, the Admiral ordered. She's to be transferred to my ship immediately. Lisa looked at Captain Russell, who avoided her gaze. Sir, Nexera has been helping us. She saved our ship from the Krell. So I've heard, Admiral Peterson said dismissively. All the more reason to study her properly. My orders are clear. Lisa felt a growing sense of dread. What exactly are your orders, sir? To transport the alien to a secure facility for examination. She's not a lab specimen, Lisa argued. She's a sentient being with rights. The Admiral's face hardened. Commander, you're becoming emotional about this alien. I'm concerned about possible mental influence. Report to medical for evaluation. Lisa was escorted to the medical bay by 2 Alliance security officers. Through her mental connection with Nexera, she sensed confusion and fear. They're taking me, came Nexera's thought. Bad humans, not like you. Lisa tried to respond mentally, focusing her thoughts. I'll find a way to help you. Trust me. In the medical bay, Lisa found Olivia and Adam waiting. They're saying Nexera has influenced your mind, Olivia said quietly. We know that's not true. They took her, Lisa said. We have to do something. Adam looked nervous but determined. I found something strange. I was monitoring communications like you asked. The Admiral's ship sent a message in an encrypted format I've never seen before. Did you decode it? Lisa asked. Partly. It wasn't in any human language. The implications were clear. The Krell have infiltrated Earth Alliance, Lisa said. That's how they found us so quickly. What do we do? Olivia asked. Lisa thought quickly. Adam, can you access the station's security cameras? I need to see what's happening with Nexera. Adam used his tablet to tap into the station's systems. The screen showed Nexera being led onto the Admiral's ship by armed guards. We don't have much time, Lisa said. Olivia, go to Captain Russell. Show him the partial message Adam decoded. Make him understand what's happening. What are you going to do? Adam asked. Something risky. Lisa took a deep breath. I'm going to get Nexera. Using her command codes, Lisa accessed a maintenance tunnel that led to the docking bay. She arrived just as they were preparing to close the Admiral's ship. 2 guards stood at the entrance. Lisa approached confidently. Commander Warren, one said in surprise, we were told you were in medical. Emergency change of plans, Lisa said calmly. The alien has special medical needs. I'm the only one familiar with them. The guards looked uncertain. We should check with the Admiral. Go ahead, Lisa said. But if the alien dies in transit because you delayed proper care, you can explain it to him. The bluff worked. They let her pass. Inside the ship, Lisa found Nexera in a holding cell. The alien looked up as Lisa entered, all 4 eyes showing relief. Lisa came. Of course I did, Lisa said, working on the cell's control panel. We need to move quickly. As the cell door opened, alarms began to sound. They had been discovered. This way, Lisa said, leading Nexera through the ship's corridors. They were almost to an escape pod when Admiral Peterson appeared, blocking their path. Commander Warren, he said coldly, this is treason. It would be if you were really Earth Alliance, Lisa replied. But you're working with the Krell, aren't you? Something changed in the Admiral's expression. His eyes hardened in a way that wasn't human. Clever human, he said, his voice changing to something harsher. But too late. He reached for his weapon, but Nexera was faster. She sent a mental blast that made the Admiral stagger. Lisa used the opportunity to knock the weapon from his hand. Run! She shouted to Nexera. They reached the escape pod and launched. Just as security forces arrived, the small pod shot away from the Admiral's ship toward the gas giant. They'll follow us, Lisa said, working the pod's controls. Yes, Nexera agreed, but not where we go next. She placed her long fingers on the pod's navigation panel. The blue glow appeared, and the controls responded in ways they weren't designed to. What are you doing? Lisa asked, taking us to safe place. Place only Vexery know. The pod shuddered, then accelerated faster than its engines should have allowed. Outside the window, space itself seemed to bend. Lisa felt fear, but also determination. She had chosen her path. For better or worse, her fate was now tied to Nexeris. Behind them, the Admiral's ship grew smaller. Ahead was only stars and the unknown. Why help Nexera? The alien asked quietly. You lose everything. Lisa looked at her alien companion. Once she had found Nexera's appearance unsettling. Now she saw beyond the surface to the person within. Not everything, Lisa replied. I kept my conscience. And I found a friend. Nexera's expression changed in what Lisa now recognized as a smile. Yes, friends. Nexera never had human friend before. The pod continued its impossible journey, carrying them toward whatever future awaited. 6 months passed. Lisa sat in the pilot's seat of a small ship called Second Chance. It was an old cargo vessel they had acquired through means Lisa preferred not to think about too much. Beside her, Nexera monitored the ship's modified sensors. They were no longer alone. Adam and Olivia had joined them after Outpost 47, refusing to believe the official story that Lisa had been mentally compromised by alien influence. Captain Russell had also secretly helped them, providing supplies and information, before they disappeared into the far reaches of space. "Anything on the scans?" Lisa asked. "No Krell ships," Nexera replied. Her English was now nearly perfect, though she still used telepathy when they needed privacy. Safe for now. In the months since their escape, they had been busy. They had located 2 more Vexori artifacts hidden on remote planets. Each one was a piece of the key Nexera had described. They had also gathered evidence of Krell infiltration in multiple governments, including Earth Alliance. Lisa had changed during this time. Her hair was longer now, and her face more weathered from stress and hard work. But her eyes were clear and determined. She no longer cared about her lost career or the false accusations against her. She had found a purpose more important than rank or reputation. Nexera had changed too. No longer the fearful, isolated being Lisa had first met, she now stood tall and confident. Her telepathic abilities had grown stronger with practice. She could now communicate with all 3 humans on the ship simultaneously when needed. "Lisa," Adam called from the communications station. "I've intercepted a message. You need to see this." Lisa joined him at the console. The message was coded, but they had broken the Krell encryption weeks ago. "They're planning an attack," Lisa said as she read the details. "A major strike against Harbor Colony." Harbor Colony was one of the largest human settlements outside of Earth, home to over 1 million people. If the Krell attacked there, the death toll would be enormous. "We have to own them," Olivia said. "How?" Adam asked. "We're fugitives. Earth Alliance won't listen to us." Lisa made a decision. "And we'll make them listen. Set course for Earth." It was a dangerous plan. They would have to evade both Krell hunters and Earth Alliance patrols, but they had no choice. Millions of lives were at stake. As they approached Earth space 2 weeks later, Nexera grew quiet. "What's wrong?" Lisa asked. "Thinking of my people," Nexera replied. "They hid from Krell, tried to stay safe. In the end, almost all died anyway. You think we should keep hiding?" Nexera shook her head. "No, Vexori made mistake. Should have told truth to all, not hide it. Maybe then others would have helped against Krell." Lisa touched her friend's arm gently. "We won't make the same mistake." They reached Earth without being detected, thanks to modifications Nexera had made to their ship systems. Landing at a remote facility, they made their way to Earth Alliance headquarters in Geneva. Their arrival caused chaos. Security forces surrounded them immediately, weapons drawn. "Commander Lisa Warren," said a security officer, "you are under arrest for treason, theft of Alliance property, and harboring an alien fugitive." Lisa stood calmly, hands raised. "We have information about a planned Krell attack on Harbor Colony. Millions of lives are at risk." "The alien has affected your mind," the officer said. "You'll be taken for evaluation." From the crowd of officers emerged a familiar face, Captain Eric Russell, now wearing an admiral's uniform. "Wait," he ordered. "The security team. Let them speak." "Sir," protested one officer, "we have orders to detain them immediately." "And I'm giving you new orders," Russell said firmly. "This woman was one of our finest officers. If she says there's a threat, I want to hear it." Lisa felt a surge of gratitude. "Thank you, Admiral." "Don't thank me yet," he replied grimly. "You've still got a lot to explain. But first, tell me about this attack." They were taken to a secure conference room. High-ranking Alliance officials gathered to hear them. Lisa presented their evidence of the planned attack on Harbor Colony, as well as the proof they had gathered of Krell infiltration. Many officials were skeptical, some openly hostile. The tension in the room grew as accusations flew. "This is absurd," said one general. "You expect us to believe aliens have infiltrated our government based on the word of a fugitive and another alien?" Nexera had remained silent throughout the meeting. Now she stood, drawing all eyes to her strange form. "No more words," she said quietly. "Let me show you truth." Before anyone could stop her, Nexra raised her hands. The familiar blue glow appeared, but stronger than Lisa had ever seen it. Nexra was taking a tremendous risk, using her full telepathic abilities to connect with everyone in the room simultaneously. Lisa felt it first, a gentle presence in her mind, then images flowing through her consciousness. She saw the Visery civilization at its height, peaceful and advanced. She felt their terror as the Krell attacked, spreading lies and turning allies against them. She witnessed the desperate plan to hide pieces of the key across the galaxy. When the connection ended, the room was silent. Many officials had tears in their eyes. Some looked ashamed. Admiral Russell was the first to speak. "I believe you," he said simply. "What do you need from us?" "A fleet to defend Harbor Colony," Lisa replied, "and a task force to identify the Krell among us." "You'll have it," Russell promised. In the days that followed, everything changed. A defense fleet was dispatched to Harbor Colony, arriving just in time to repel the Krell attack. A joint human Vexery team was formed, with Lisa, Nexra, Adam, and Olivia at its core. Earth scientists began working with Negasera to understand Vexery technology. Military forces prepared to face the Krell threat. For the first time, humans and a Vexery worked together openly as equals. 1 month after their return to Earth, Lisa and Nexra stood on the observation deck of a new ship. Unlike the Horizon, this vessel incorporated Vexery design elements. It was called Unity, a name that felt right to both of them. "Did you ever think it would turn out this way?" Lisa asked, looking at the stars. "When you first woke up in that stasis chamber?" Nexra's 4 eyes blinked in sequence, a gesture Lisa now knew meant deep thought. "Never imagined," Nexra admitted. "Was prepared for more fear, more running, not for friend like Lisa." "I just saw you for who you were," Lisa said, "not what you looked like." "One human saw differently," Nexra said softly. "Changed everything." The ship's engines hummed as they prepared to depart. Their mission was to find the remaining pieces of the Vexery key before the Krell could get them. It would be dangerous, but they were no longer alone. "Ready?" Lisa asked. Nexra looked at her human friend, the one who had first seen beyond fear to the person within, the one who had changed both their fates. "Ready," she replied. The Unity moved away from Earth, carrying them toward the stars and whatever challenges waited there. They faced an uncertain future, but they would face it together. Proof that understanding could overcome fear, and that sometimes the greatest courage was simply to see others as they truly were.